Every single day I open YouTube and I see the same tired garbage. Some account with 40 subscribers and a microphone from 2009 screaming that GTA 6 is going to flop, that it's woke, that it's cringe, that Rockstar sold out the franchise for a checklist. And every single time I read one of these comments, I laugh a little harder, because these people are about to get humiliated on November 19th, 2026, and they genuinely don't know it yet. The woke lie that refuses to die. Let's kill this one first because it's the loudest and the dumbest. The second Rockstar revealed Lucia as a lead character, a very specific type of viewer lost his mind. The entire argument boils down to one sentence: a woman is in the game, so the game must be bad. Except here's the part they conveniently forget. GTA has never been the sanitized power fantasy they think it was. GTA 4 gave you an entire expansion called The Ballad of Gay Tony over a decade ago. GTA 5 had Trevor Phillips, a bisexual smuggler who is arguably the most beloved character in the whole series. Nobody was upset about that in 2013. They loved him. So explain to me how a Latina protagonist in 2026 is suddenly the line in the sand. It isn't about politics. It's about a group of people who need a reason to feel superior to a fictional criminal. And Lucia gave them one because she's a woman who isn't there to be a sidekick. The transvestigation circus. This next part is almost too embarrassing to repeat, but it happened, so let's talk about it. A section of the internet decided, with zero evidence, that Lucia was secretly transgender. Not because of anything in the trailer. Not because of anything Rockstar ever said, just vibes. Just because a strong female lead existed and their brains couldn't process it without inventing a theory. These are adults spending their free time analyzing the jawline of a fictional character in a video game to win an argument nobody was having with them. That's not fandom, that's a full-time hobby for people with way too much time and way too little going on. And the funniest part is Rockstar didn't respond, didn't apologize, didn't change a single frame. The trailer still pulled in over 113 million views in 36 hours, a number the original GTA 5 trailer never touched across an entire decade online. So while a handful of guys were zooming into pixels looking for something to be angry about, the rest of the planet was busy actually getting excited for the game. Andrew Tate crying about crime in a crime game. I need you to sit with this one because it might be the single funniest moment in GTA discourse history. Andrew Tate and his brother, two men currently facing serious criminal charges including trafficking allegations, went online to criticize GTA 6 for its morals. Men under active criminal investigation looked at a game literally called Grand Theft Auto, a franchise built around committing crimes since 1997, and decided it was too immoral for them. You cannot script comedy better than that. A fictional crime simulator getting lectured on ethics by people accused of real crimes. Elon Musk hopped in too, saying he doesn't enjoy the franchise because he doesn't like doing crime in games, as if that hasn't been the entire selling point since the PS1 era. These aren't serious critiques. These are attention grabs dressed up as principles, and the sad part is a chunk of the internet keeps handing them the views every single time. GTA has always roasted society, that's the whole point. Here's what none of these critics actually understand about the franchise they claim to defend. GTA was never built to be a comfortable, inoffensive power fantasy. It's satire front to back. It's built to mock everything: cops, politicians, influencers, gun culture, extreme patriotism, corporate greed, and yes, performative activism too, all in the same breath. That's been the DNA of this series since Vice City was roasting 80s excess and San Andreas was roasting gang culture and media panic in the same sentence. So when people say Rockstar went woke, what they're actually admitting is they never understood the joke in the first place. A billboard mocking rainbow capitalism isn't an attack on anyone, it's the exact same energy as GTA 4 mocking corporate America or GTA 5 mocking tech bros in Silicon Valley. It's an equal opportunity roast machine. It always has been. The people complaining just never expected the punchline to eventually include them. The numbers don't care about your opinion. Now for the part these guys really don't want to talk about because it wrecks their entire argument in one sentence. GTA 5 has sold close to 230 million copies worldwide, not in its opening week. Total across 13 years and 5 console generations. Red Dead Redemption 2, another Rockstar game filled with nuanced characters and heavy social commentary, has sold 85 million copies, making it the third best-selling video game ever released. Take-Two is projecting between $8 billion and $8.2 billion in revenue for the fiscal year GTA 6 launches into, a 20% jump driven almost entirely by this one game. That's not a company terrified of backlash. That's a company that knows exactly what it's holding. You don't build the two most commercially successful entertainment products in human history by accident. And you definitely don't do it by rewriting your creative vision every time a small, loud, terminally online crowd complains about something they were never going to buy anyway. The Ultimate Edition screenshots started it all over again. On June 24th, Rockstar dropped 50 new screenshots, and for about 6 hours the whole community was pure happy chaos over that 80s Vice City glow-up. Then somebody spotted a random sticker in the background of one image that looked vaguely like a pride flag, and clockwork kicked back in. Same crowd, same script, back online insisting Rockstar snuck an agenda between the neon signs and a beach party. This is genuinely funny to me because these are the exact same screenshots showing Jason and Lucia at a nightclub with the deepest character customization Rockstar has ever built. New hairstyles, retro outfits, jewelry, nail designs, detail work nobody thought this series was capable of. And somehow the only thing certain viewers can focus on is a background prop the size of a thumbnail. San Andreas had pride flags over 2 decades ago and nobody blinked. GTA 4 gave an entire expansion to a gay nightclub owner named Tony, and it's still considered one of the best pieces of DLC the studio has ever shipped. This isn't new territory. This is Rockstar being Rockstar, the same way it's been Rockstar since before some of these commenters were born. Here's what actually mattered to real fans after those 50 images dropped, though. It wasn't the sticker. It was the Ultimate Edition locking certain shops, a hair salon, a tattoo studio, a car customization spot, behind an extra $20 on top of an already increased price. That's a legitimate conversation. Pricing, what a $100 edition should include. That's fair criticism from people who actually care about the game and their wallet. But instead of staying there, the outrage crowd dragged the whole thing back to imaginary agendas within hours because manufactured controversy pulls more engagement than an honest pricing debate ever will. They're not protecting this franchise, they're just addicted to being upset about it. What the haters actually fear deep down, I think this is the real issue. It was never the story, never Lucia, never a billboard or a sticker in a background screenshot. What actually scares them is that GTA 6 is going to be massive. It's going to dominate every platform and every headline for months straight, and they will have zero say in it. None. They spent years building a narrative that this game was doomed, that it was going soft, that real fans should be furious, that Rockstar had lost the plot chasing a checklist instead of a story, and November 19th is going to prove every single one of them wrong in real time, in front of the entire internet with no way to quietly delete the tweet and pretend it never happened. Think about what these guys actually built their whole identity around for the last 2 years. Channels, threads, entire personas dedicated to convincing people this game was going to be a disaster. They needed it to fail, or at least stumble, because if it doesn't, their entire body of work collapses overnight. That's the part nobody says out loud. This was never really about a female lead or a pride sticker or a billboard joke. It was about a group of people who found an audience by being angry at something popular, and now that something popular is about to become the biggest entertainment launch human history has ever recorded, and there is nothing left for them to stand on. And Rockstar never blinked through any of it. Not once. They kept the release date locked in even while every outlet on the internet was printing delay rumors on a weekly basis. They kept building Leonida into the most detailed, most alive world this series has ever attempted. Full stop. No contest. They kept the chaos, the crime, the dark humor, the driving, the shooting, every single ingredient that made this franchise legendary across 5 console generations, and simply layered better writing, better characters, and a sharper mirror to society on top of it. That's not a downgrade. That's not Rockstar bending to pressure. That's just what 12 years of development looks like when a studio actually respects its audience enough to take the time and do it right, instead of rushing something half-finished out the door to please a group that was never going to be happy anyway. The truth nobody wants to admit. So here's where I land, and I say this after following every leak, every trailer, every screenshot, every scrap of information for years now, not as a hype account, but as someone who's actually paid attention to the pattern. GTA 6 is not flopping. It's not cringe. It's not some woke rewrite of a franchise that built its entire identity on shocking people and making them uncomfortable. It's Rockstar doing exactly what Rockstar has always done since the very first game, holding up a mirror to society and daring people to sit with what stares back at them, whether that's corporate greed, gun culture, extreme patriotism, or a group of guys who can't handle a woman getting top billing. And here's the part that really gets me. This exact cycle has happened before every single major Rockstar release. People said GTA 5 would flop because it had 3 protagonists instead of 1 and that was too complicated. People said Red Dead Redemption 2 would be boring because it was slow and cinematic instead of fast and arcade style. People said GTA 4 was too dark, too political, too different from San Andreas. Every single time, the loudest critics were proven catastrophically wrong within days of release, and every single time they quietly moved on to the next target like it never happened. This is just history repeating itself with better graphics and a louder comment section. The people screaming the loudest right now are the exact same ones who are going to buy it day one no matter the price, sink 200 hours into Leonida within the first month, and then quietly pretend they were hyped for it the whole time once the reviews come in and the sales numbers break every record on the books. That's not a guess. That's not wishful thinking. That's the exact pattern we've watched play out with every single major Rockstar release for the last 2 decades, without a single exception.